So you're looking to move to Phoenix, Arizona, and you're a little more experienced in life, but you haven't been taken out to the pasture quite yet, and you want to have an active lifestyle with a lot of other people who are active, but you don't want kids running around everywhere as well. And in this video, we're going to reveal one of the #1 spots that you can't ignore if that's you, and that is Wickenburg Ranch. See guys, this is one of the most common questions, believe it or not, that I receive as being a realtor selling homes here for 19 years. People want a place they can go and have an amazing lifestyle with a ton of amenities and good people and social networks, but the kids have flown the coop and they want to be around those types of people without kids running around everywhere. But first, if you'd love to have a phone call with me about Wickenburg Ranch or anything real estate related here, give me a call, 480-660-5974, or contact us here on the information on the screen. See, there are a lot of great master plan communities throughout the entire greater Phoenix area, but what makes Wickenburg Ranch so unique is the fact that it is both a regular community where families in all ages can enjoy living there and a 55+ retirement community. Let me explain. There's a large section within Wickenburg Ranch that is 55+ only, but the rest of Wickenburg Ranch that is not age restricted still has, for the most part, age groups around that 55+ range or higher. And this should come as no surprise because the average age for the population in the town of Wickenburg is actually 64 years of age. And because you kind of have the best of both worlds, you have the age restricted part, but if you have a situation where a younger individual wants to live out there, they can, but you'll find that most people are not doing that as it primarily is over the age of 55, generally speaking. Now let's talk about proximity of Wickenburg Ranch. The town of Wickenburg actually sits about 30 minutes northwest of the greater Phoenix area, with the closest suburb being Surprise, Arizona. Now in Surprise, Arizona, you pretty much have everything you possibly could want when it comes to daily and weekly amenities and all the big box stores like Walmart and Costco. In fact, it's about a 30-minute drive from Wickenburg into Surprise to get to your first Costco or Walmart. But the town of Wickenburg doesn't want those big box stores. They have some chain stores in the town of Wickenburg, but overall, they want that mom and pop feel, that boutique feel. When you drive through downtown Wickenburg, it is amazing. It is a cowboy town. The history of Wickenburg is that it was a mining town discovered back in the late 1800s that actually helped kick off the city of Phoenix. So Phoenix has a lot to thank to the town of Wickenburg for being what it is today. But in the town of Wickenburg, you have all the things that you really need. You have fast food, you have McDonald's and Burger King, Subway. You also have grocery stores. You have a Bash's and a Safeway in the town of Wickenburg, as well as a tire shop, gas stations, and all the things that you need on a daily basis. But Wickenburg Ranch does not sit right in the town of Wickenburg. Wickenburg Ranch is actually 12 miles outside of the town of Wickenburg when it comes to drive time. So it sits just outside of it, which makes it even more secluded, which is beautiful. And another fun, cool fact about this is the town of Wickenburg is located in Maricopa County, but Wickenburg Ranch is located on the opposite side of the border in Yavapai County, which means lower property taxes. The main reason you will want to live in Wickenburg Ranch are for the amenities. They have a ton of amenities and Wickenburg Ranch is gorgeous, golf being a huge one, but they have a ton of pickleball courts, tennis courts. They have a spa. They have a huge, gorgeous clubhouse. They have a lake. They have tons of food and things to do. In fact, when it comes to food, inside the gates of Wickenburg Ranch, they have Jake's Spoon, Wick's Hideaway, The Outpost, and The Watering Hole, which is basically a beautiful restaurant right by the lake. So you have a good amount of options when it comes to food inside Wickenburg Ranch, but you also have the options to go into the town of Wickenburg to have additional chain options and mom and pop stores there as well. Now the social life at Wickenburg Ranch, it is incredible, and the HOA does a phenomenal job of orchestrating events and clubs that people can tap into. So here's a list of some of the clubs at Wickenburg Ranch. You have the Ladies Golf Club. You have the Men's Golf Club. You have a Ladies Golf Club just for the 9-hole Little Wick Golf Course. You have a tennis club, a pickleball club. You have an art club, a book club, a card game playing club of many different types of card games. You have a motorcycle club, a walking club. You have a knit and stitch club. You have a cycle club, and the list goes on and on. It is amazing because they want people to sustain their lifestyle and get everything they need out of their daily and weekly lives without having to do much by leaving the actual gates of Wickenburg Ranch. Did someone say pool? Well, you need that in the desert, and Wickenburg Ranch delivers on that as well with a huge, gorgeous pool that you can relax in or get your swimming laps in as well. When it comes to hiking, biking, or trail running, you can get all that within Wickenburg Ranch as well, but you can also get right outside of the area as well for additional longer trails and hiking that you can do there because the terrain in Wickenburg Ranch and outside is made for that outdoor lifestyle. Now let's talk about some of those amenities further. Let's start with golf. So every member, when they purchase in Wickenburg Ranch, will buy a social membership for $8,000. And that does get you unlimited golf at the Little Wick 9-hole golf course. But they also have a Big Wick 18-hole golf course that is part of the private club. See, the cool thing with Wickenburg Ranch is that it treats itself like a private country club, but it has a lot of public options and availability to people who are not full golf members. And with that social club, you also get 12 annual passes to play yearly at the 18-hole Big Wick course at a discounted fee. Oh, and by the way, golf carts? Yeah, they're allowed. Now, with such an active lifestyle in Wickenburg Ranch, people want to know, how's the healthcare? Is there access to a hospital nearby? And the answer is yes. There's the Wickenburg Hospital located right there in the town of Wickenburg. We also have access to the Banner Healthcare System just right 30 minutes down the road in Surprise, Arizona, Sun City, Arizona area. Now let's talk housing. Wickenburg Ranch is actually a dude ranch for decades until it was sold in 2015 to the developer, and they started developing Wickenburg Ranch at that time. So the good news is most of the homes are 2015, 16 or newer, and most people love new. There are thousands of home sites, and there are still several left for sale, but there are actually 79 homes on the market for sale because it is a large community, and they range from about 1,200 square feet up to about 3,400 square feet. And currently the range of prices range from, on the low end, the low $400,000 mark up to the $1.3 to $1.4 million mark. So it has a little bit of everything when it comes to housing variety for whatever you're looking for in Wickenburg Ranch. Now, the reason you'll see a variety of price changes for homes that sometimes are very similar in size and build is because of the lot premiums. That's right, guys. Lot premiums could range from $0 up to $200,000+ for some of these lot premiums within Wickenburg Ranch. The reason why is because Wickenburg Ranch is elevated in certain places, which is amazing. See, a lot of Phoenix is flat, and a lot of people say, I don't want to be just flat with all these homes just on the same plane as where my home is. Well, in Wickenburg Ranch, you have the ability now to buy something that is elevated, and you have absolutely stunning views across the horizon. But that comes with a cost, and the builder knows that. And when a seller goes to resell this property, they paid it, so they're going to pass that along to the buyer when they go to sell a house. So it just depends what you're looking for. But the great news is you have those options. You can buy something a little bit cheaper that doesn't have a huge lot premium because it doesn't have an elevated lot with amazing views. But you still might have some very good views looking up at the mesas or the mountains, as opposed to having the view of looking out at the mountains and looking up at some of them as well. Oh, and one last thing about housing, a question we get all the time is the fencing. Guys, in Wickenburg Ranch, fencing does not come with the property unless you have an elevated lot where there's a drop-off behind the backyard. In that situation, they will put fencing up, and it is view fencing, wrought iron, which allows you to have the expansive view out of your backyard, which is exactly what you want. Now, if you do have a pool built in your backyard, they will require you to have a fence, but outside of that, fencing will not come for your yards in Wickenburg Ranch. And also, landscaping, guys. If you buy a new house with the builder will not cover the cost of front and backyard landscaping, so that's something you have to factor into your budget if it's a brand new home. If you're buying a resale, probably no problem because the landscaping most likely is already done. It's also a guard-gated community, so you have security 24/7. Now let's talk about HOA dues, as those are very important because you want to know what your costs are when you're getting into buying a house there. The HOA dues are currently paid quarterly, but they run equivalent to about $449 a month as of this recording in early 2025. And there's a capital improvement fee that needs to be paid as well that most buyers will have to pay when they first join, of around $2,200. But again, for the most up-to-date HOA fees on Wickenburg Ranch, give me a call and we'd be happy to walk you through all of this fee structure and what it's like living in Wickenburg Ranch. 480-660-5974. So what are the downsides of living in Wickenburg Ranch? We covered a lot of the positives, but every place is going to have some cons for some group of people. Well, there are several cons in living in Wickenburg Ranch. Most notably, it's the proximity. Now, that could be a pro for some people, but it is far away from the greater population of the Phoenix area. Again, you're talking about 30 minutes down the road, a straight shot. We also have all the amenities in the town of Wickenburg, and it's a really cool cowboy town. You have roping events, you have rodeos, and you have all kinds of cowboy type activities you can go check out, which is a little bit different to see. that you may actually really enjoy. But if you want to go into town for all the major entertainment events, it's only about 30 minutes away. Another con will be if you are completely opposed to hearing any train noise, then that's going to be something that may bother you, because just about a minute or so away on the west side of Wickenburg Ranch is an active railroad line, so from time to time you may hear some of that. And really the last con I could think about would be utilities. There is no natural gas. Now you have all the utilities that you could possibly want to have a beautiful lifestyle living in Wickenburg Ranch. You can even have gas, but it would be propane. They can actually put propane installed in the front yard, and a service comes by and fills it up as it gets low, and it's all done for the most part automatically without much effort. But it is not natural gas, it is propane. But because it is propane, there's just some logistical differences than having natural gas piped right to your house that you never have to think about. But honestly, there's many places, including some of the highest real estate in Phoenix, which is in Paradise Valley, Arizona, that also has propane because there's no natural gas ran to those neighborhoods. I hope you enjoyed our video of Wickenburg Ranch and you found a lot of value in what we're able to provide. Being able to hear or speak with a local realtor who knows the area and has been selling real estate here for almost 20 years, I think is invaluable. So give us a call. I'd love to hear from you, 480-660-5974. I hope you enjoyed this video and it was somewhat entertaining and educational. And until next time, don't forget to call me, guys.